Hey guys, so this is part 4 of the main story quest line for the game. It's called Chasing Shadows. Um, the primary location for this one will depend on your chosen faction, so in this case I chose the Covenant for this particular character, so the main location will be in the first city of the Daggerfall Covenant.
God, you are safe. Good fortune did not abandon us entirely. Despite many days of meditating and scrying, Sai Sahan's whereabouts still elude me. The projection that you witnessed in the Foundry of Woe showed him to be in great peril. If we are to find him, I will need your help, Vestige. Though Sai remains hidden from my sight, Lyris brings news that an agent of the enemy lurks in Daggerfall. Fear is on the lips of the people. Darkness walks among them. Even a blind man can sense it. It is the hand of Menamarco. If it is truly an agent of Menamarco's worm cult, it may provide us with a clue that will hasten our search. Seek this agent, but tread carefully. The worm cult is a cult of necromancy, and the undead are fearsome opponents. Venture to Daggerfall. Speak to old maid Maxell and Husnia the mercenary. It was on their lips that Lyris first heard murmurs of trouble lurking in the shadows. Locate this agent of evil. Return with any personal effects they carry with them.
So the Prophet sends you off to talk to, I think, around 2 people to progress this quest. I didn't take, at this time I haven't taken the Persuade and Intimidate perks or passive abilities from the Fighters and the Mages Guild, so that's why I didn't pick those options.
You're new to Daggerfall, aren't you? I know everyone in town. I don't like to gossip, but there's been an Imperial vagrant nosing around for the past few weeks. Suspicious-looking fellow. I actually saw him picking through the trash outside the castle a few weeks ago. I've no idea where he is now. I'm sorry, but I am not in the habit of ogling strange men.
The danger to the Daenia Woods has passed. The Beldama Weird report that a mighty champion assisted them in healing the land's corruption.
For King Casimir, for Daggerfall.
Who's this now? I bet you've got a wild tale or two to share. Present company excluded? Well, there was a dodgy-looking Imperial hanging out in a doorway near Southgate Alley this morning. He was eyeballing everyone who happened by. Seemed like a cutpurse looking for an easy mark, if you ask me. Sorry, that's all I've got. I'd be willing to bet he's staying on the south side of town, though.
They came to mock at tribute small, schemer, hunger, hunt.
the first of two bosses, is coming up. Both can be pretty tough to beat, but you can use CC effects on them. So for the first one, I took advantage of line of sight, CC'd him as much as I could, and took down the totem he dropped to make it go faster. For the second one, right after talking to Abner Tharn, I just basically CC'd him and kept my distance.
What is the meaning of this interruption? Why have you contacted me? This is Abner Tharn. The Master and I are very busy. This had better be important. Wait a moment. I don't know your face. Identify yourself immediately. Yes, your report, you insipid twit. What, did you contact me by accident? How dare you speak to me in such a... Wait. You're not one of ours, are you? Color me intrigued. You speak to Abner Tharn, Overlord of Nibene and Chancellor of the Elder Council. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you contact me? Fascinating. Are you merely a blundering local, I wonder, or something more? Are you indeed? I didn't think that Redguard has-been had a single friend left. Not in this world, at any rate. Let me give you some free advice. Forget about Sai Sahan. Even if I told you where he was, attempting a rescue would be suicidal. Of course I do, but do you really think I'd tell you and risk incurring Menemarco's wrath? I think not. Ah, the owner of this place returns, and he doesn't look pleased. Farewell.
You! Get away from that!
You've returned. What have you found? Abner Tharn shows his face again. I get the sense that he might have a larger part to play in the coming events, but for good or ill, I cannot say. Leave the orb with me. I shall be able to use it to locate Sai Sahan.
Hold a moment. Come here. We need to talk. I heard you and the Prophet talking about Abner Tharn. Didn't the Prophet tell you the story of the 5 companions? I don't know where to start. There's so much to tell. Abner Tharn is Grand Chancellor of the Elder Council and Chief Advisor to his daughter, the Empress Regent. He is also Menemarco's toady. Tharn's first loyalty is to his family and the Empire, and he's a ruthless bastard when it comes to defending them. The Worm Cult obviously doesn't share those loyalties. Tharn would never trust them, but he's too much of a coward to betray them. Maybe. But what could we offer him? He's already got more gold than the gods themselves. I know it's a lot to take in. We'll talk more later. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye on the Prophet. Hopefully that orb will help him find out where Sai Sahan is being held. Once we know that, we can plan our next move.